6/7 time BTU system. You ain't testing, you're guessing.
How are you?
Good, good.
You're from AC.
Awesome.
What's going on?
It's I think it's probably, I don't know if there's a leak or maybe it's low on a refrigerant, but it runs nonstop.
Okay. Is your filter clean?
Yes. Yeah, I replace the filter.
How often do you check that?
Every year I replace it, and then usually once or twice during the summer I'll check.
Okay.
Like once a month or so.
Is it on or off right now?
It's on. It's
Okay.
on. Want me to show it?
No, show me the outdoor unit. Old dream.
Yeah.
When's the last time it was serviced?
I've been in the house 9 years.
Okay.
So prior to that. And like I said, it runs.
When's the last time it worked well?
Not last summer, the year before. Last summer I noticed, I'm like, man, it's on all the time. At most I was getting maybe 57 out of the vents.
Okay.
And again, it constantly runs. It's like it can't get the humidity. I keep the house at 73 because it's not even worth trying to get any lower than that.
Okay. All right. Let me. I'll grab some tools, shut it down, take a peek at everything.
You want me to shut it?
I'll turn off the power out here.
Okay.
All right. We got ourselves a R22 unit, 3-ton. That's that 36 right there, from June of 1998. That makes her 23 years old. We have this suction dryer. Three-quarter, oh sorry, 7/8. A little bit of restriction there on that elbow. We have the oil trap there. You don't see that frequently. All right, you heard what he said. Doesn't cool well, constantly runs. Let's see what condition she's in. Wow. She's coated. Whew. Wow. Another fur coat, mama. Before even cleaning this coil, I want to check out that 7/8 filter dryer above the refrigerant oil trap to see if she's leaking. So I got my LE Tech electronic leak detector. Let's go on a scan the filter dryer, especially that. The last time I touched one of those, the caps, took the entire charge with it. Let's see if we got anything going on over there. Seems to be okay. Yeah, she's good. Nothing leaking there. Taking some advice from you guys. Use your vacuum. Take off a lot of this dirt. Coil. You know what? I don't got a brush attachment, so I'm just gonna take off the top and acid wash it like I normally do, because this is retarded. Doing this with the vacuum is retarded. Oil there as well. All right, get the leaves out of here and then acid wash this coil. cord and not throw the leaves on the guy's walkway. Just throw it in the box for garbage. All right, let me get stuff from the truck to wash down this coil. Just gonna pre-rinse everything. I got the new Bright, my new Calgon. Concentrate on this side a little bit more because the homeowner's been rinsing off the condenser, obviously not hitting that side. Okay. How it works for me is rinsing out the dispenser, the foaming gun. Get it up with the water. And then rinse this water out. Come on. And then I rinse the gun out. What's coming out of this bad boy? Look at that. Thing's filthy. See that? Filthy. Wow. Unbelievable. The actual sides weren't as coated as the side where the condenser, the compressor is, and that's primarily because he's been hosing this thing down every year. So, spared me from removing these covers. But, let's see, finally getting clean. Dirt over there. I don't know if you guys actually see it in the video, but dirt is just being rinsed away clean. And that's going to affect performance. You know, if you have a clogged condensing coil, she's not going to be able to discharge the heat that's being extracted from inside the house to outside. It's much better. See if I get you a good view on this one. It's not so bad. Well, then again, maybe I spoke too soon. All that dirt getting rinsed right out of there. Hook you guys up. See that? Oh, that's dirt. Wow. Feed you people. Gotta feed you. You're hungry. keeps getting better. And it's also very important to give it a very good rinse, especially with the new bright, because it'll eat the coil. You know, it'll eat that coil up for breakfast. You want to make sure it's rinsed pretty well. I think should be about it. A little bit more. Much better. Much better. All right. Night and day difference here, guys. Look at that. She's now clean. Wow. Don't neglect your air conditioning system. Don't neglect it. All right, let's put this thing back together. There is some oil at the bottom of the condensing fan motor. Recommendation that they consider changing that out. Again, it's an older system. There's so much I can do with this thing, you know? It's not cost effective. Replace the motor, something so old, you know? It's not cost effective. Put my terminals back on, contactor, and my dual capacitor. And I want to show you this contactor. Pretty charred up there. See that? She's charred up, so I'm going to replace out this dual capacitor. Easy peasy. Let me show you how we do it. Perfect. Alright. First thing is, get my capacitor out. What do I do with it? Alright. First things I'm going to do is disconnect, or sorry, take out the two screws holding it in place. Alright, those two. And I'm going to remove L1 and L2. Alright, not yet. There's L1, L2 out of the way. Now I'm just going to just move this off to the side. Get my new contactor in place. Get a couple screws in that bad boy. Good. So now I'm going to remove my 24 volts going to it, which is live still, by the way. There's the other side. There you go. All right. There you go. Just clicked. Good. Now, let's get L1 and L2 situated. Okay. Now here comes the rain. I knew it was going to rain. Damn it. Here comes the rain. Now I'm working against the clock. I'm working against the clock. I don't like rain. Don't like rain. Okay. There's this one. Good. And this one there. Good. Okay. Everything else is intact. and in place. All right. Quickly get my tools out of the way, starting to drizzle a little bit, and hook up my testo and test pressure. Little drizzle's not gonna stop Mikey Pipes. Got a shoebox that was in the garbage, covering up the electrical compartment. Got my testo 557 hooked up. Got it's maybe overcharged a little bit. You know, if people have been adding refrigerant to that dirty coil over time. Yep. Let's refer to the chart. All right, I got an outdoor air temperature of 75, and it's a 3-ton, so my liquid line pressure should be 183. Look at that. 4 pounds recovered. Subcooling. 10.4 degrees. Much better. Night and day difference. 4 pounds overcharged. Let's see what the factory charge of this was. There it is. 96 ounces. Let me do the math. All right, 96 ounces is 6 pounds, which is what the condenser came with factory charged in 1998. I have estimated maybe a 40-foot line set at most. Wow, 4 pounds. That's 80% of the charge that I took out to have the right amount of subcooling. There's a TXV in the attic, by the way. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And why it was grossly overcharged beats me. But he says he doesn't recall the last time someone was here, and he also doesn't recall the last time the system worked well. So, have no fear. St. Mike is here. The job ain't done until we get our sticker on there. Oh, and don't forget. Let's not forget, that's me. Still got stickers available. Details in the description box down below. All right, so let me review what we did. The condensing coil, it's the coil around the condenser.
Right.
Filthy, especially the side that I showed you the picture of.
Yeah.
Took the fan off, washed them inside out, rinsed, then acid washed, and rinsed again.
Right.
It's clean.
Awesome.
I replaced the contact only because of the burnt contact points on across the contactor. Strictly preventatively. I'm sure to test it fine, but when that thing welds shut, the condenser will run continuously.
Right.
So it's a small little thing to replace. But the biggest thing is recovered 4 pounds of R22. That's a lot.
Yeah.
The system came factory charged with 96 ounces, which I did the math, is 6 pounds.
Okay.
Which is usually enough for the condenser and 15 feet of line set, the copper lines.
Right.
You're probably about 40 feet, but that's still a lot. A lot. I don't know how it ever cooled.
Really?
Yeah.
Which always explains why when it was on, it sounded like, you know, it was straining.
Yeah.
So.
I can't even imagine like the additional electric that it uses to do that.
Yeah, I mean, last year I noticed it was the worst. And I'm like, all right, so if it can't reject the heat and and the head pressure on the condenser so high.
Exactly. So you know some stuff.
Yeah.
That's about it. Any questions?
No, that's perfect.
Okay, cool. So nice little service call. Spent a little over an hour there. Made sure that that filter dryer was leak free, which it was. Removed the fur coat off the condensing coil and recovered 4 pounds of R22. Grossly overcharged. Grossly, unbelievable. I don't know how it worked. But if you caught his statement at the end about head pressures, he knows a little bit more than he's disclosing, I think. But it's all good. At the end of the day, the customer is satisfied and they're happy. It's all that matters. And I guess if you ain't checking, you're guessing. All right, thanks for watching. Be well, stay safe.